Okay, so we are going to start working on the UI. And to do that, most of it's in, there's a few assets we're going to get from the asset store, so I'll show you how to use that too. Because I don't want to, well, most of it is in text, so Unity's text is not the greatest. And this when you open the asset store, this is this screen it shows you. Personally, I prefer the old store. And the first one we're going to want is Text Mesh Pro. Anytime you're doing UI, if you got to display text, this works way better than Unity's default text. Just click on Import. And I already imported it, but you would see a thing up here that says Imported Package, so on and so forth. And then the next one we want, rather than making a bunch of buttons, go into Textures and Materials over here. And click on the free ones. I just chose this simple UI. It's perfect for what we need. It's got plenty of buttons, more buttons than what we'll ever use. So that's perfect. So I already imported that into my project. All right, so let's start setting this up. The first thing we're going to want is to create a canvas, which is UI. And actually, I'm just going to go Text Mesh Pro text. It's automatically going to create the canvas for us and a text asset, and it includes this event system, which tells us when the events are happening amongst the UI and other things like that. And if we back out, generally I like to go over to my scene view so I can see what's happening and things like that. Or game view. So we'll highlight that. And we'll name it score. And then we want to position it in this top left over here. So for that, we go to our rect transform. We have all this here. And it says, make this a little bigger so you can see it. Oh, that's dumb, Brian. We said Alt also sets position. So we'll push Alt. And top left. And voila. It puts it in the top left for us. Perfect. Now, we want to display that score. Well, if you remember, back in our game manager, we have where we're just saying debug.log score. So first we need to tell it that we're using a whole nother namespace here. In this case, it's Text TM Pro for Text Mesh Pro. And I found that in the manual for Text Mesh Pro. You do download it, it shows it. And we're going to go back over here. We're going to name this score. And I'm going to show you another way to find it. All right. So we want to change the text in that button. So first we need to find it. So we go game object, find. And this means we can, with this one, we can just find an object by its name. Pair of quotes. Score. Then we want to say, so we found the object, what component we want. And in this case, it's TextMesh Pro. It's going to be TextMesh Pro text. I have to kind of remember myself a little bit. Let me see. What we want the text to be. I have to look. See, I forgot myself. Luckily, I have it all worked out over here. Give me just... Where is it? Stupid. Okay. Score. On. We want a little space there, right? Plus score. Good thing we're all human. There. And this tells it to find the object, name score, get this component, set its text to that. Score plus this integer. Score. Let me save that. And when we hit play, oops. Ha! I died immediately. Good job, Brian. I did it again. Oh. It's true. You're always the worst at your own games. Fun. All right. Score 1. So that's kind of working. So most likely, perfect. We're going to want it so that when this pops up at the beginning, The score is 0. Just put it right in there. What do you know? All right. And next we'll start showing you how to handle the game over, pausing the game, that sort of thing.